Look at our breakfast casserole with our sunny side eggs and bacon and our croissant slices, which is all the way at the bottom. Our egg mixture that had heavy cream in it, and we had some sausage and some spinach and mushroom. Mmm, so good. And some hash browns. Yum. Welcome to my chefin'. My name is Chef Fran, and today we are making a breakfast casserole. So the wonderful thing about breakfast casserole dishes, or casseroles in general, is that the initial work is the beginning of the prep work, and then once you put it in the refrigerator, if it has to sit in the fridge, or you put it in the oven, you get to relax or do your chores or whatever it is. You have time on your hand. So for our breakfast casserole, we have, of course, our home base of some eggs, some butter, some spinach, some pre-made sausage that I picked up from the freezer, some mushrooms here, and bacon that I had already kind of cooked up. Everything tastes better with bacon, you know that. And since the ingredients not here, I'm gonna have my regular bacon. And we have our crown tater tots, the round ones. We have some chicken broth. We have our evaporated milk. Gotta have a little spice in our life with some cayenne pepper, of course. And always we must have our good old blend of our, what I call our loves, our children, our black pepper and Himalayan salt. And of course, our good old olive oil. And we have a treat for our bread. And it's just really like if you had a real breakfast you were having, you would normally have like maybe scrambled eggs and some hash browns and some sausage and bacon and hopefully a little veggies in there for yourself. So I have two treats. I have one, my 7 blend. I put 7 cheeses together, which was our pepper jack cheese, our white cheddar, our regular cheddar, our Colby, our Swiss, our mozzarella, and Velveeta as a special guest. So I shredded it all together, and that's my 7 blend cheese that I have here, already shredded up for us. And it's really, honestly, to be honest, it's best that you shred your own cheese, because if you buy the cheese that's already shredded, yes, it costs more in the store, but that's not why I'm going to tell you not to use it. There's usually like some sort of like wax type of film on it. I guess it's some sort of preservative for them, and it's really not healthy for you, so it's better that you get the block and you shred it yourself. It's a little work, but figure maybe you could watch the news at that time or do something else while you shred your cheese. And it's just so much better. And I have a treat here. This is from La Boulangerie. In French means the bakery. And this is a croissant sliced bread. And so I'm gonna be using some croissant sliced bread that I'm gonna cut into cubes for our breakfast casserole. So it is super bon, and bon means good. So very delicious. So that's the two little treats. So this could be, or you can use any sliced bread that you have. This is what I'm using, because this could be like a special casserole for the holidays, that you would have for brunch, before the big dinner. If you use like, a little fancier cheese or bread. Or, again, you use whatever you have. I always say that, and I mean that. Whatever you have on hand, whatever you can get your hand, that's what you use. But this is what we're using. All right? So let's get into our vitamin content. Our hash brown crowns are vitamins B6, C, and potassium. Our sausage is vitamin B1, B3, B12, D, iron, potassium, phosphorus, psyllium, and zinc. Our eggs are vitamins A, B2, B5, B6, B12, E, D, K, and iron. Our mushroom is vitamins B1, B2, niacin. Spinach, vitamin C, E, K, calcium, iron, magnesium, potassium. Now it's my 7 cheese blend. Velveeta cheese is A, C, calcium, iron, and potassium. Cheddar cheese is D in calcium. White cheddar is D in calcium. Cold baked cheese is A, D, iron, calcium, potassium. Swiss cheese is A, B12, and calcium. Pepper jack is A, B12, calcium, phosphorus, psyllium, and zinc. And mozzarella is C, folate, and potassium. Our croissant bread is A and B5. And butter is A, B12, D, E, and K2. Himalayan salt is calcium, iron, magnesium, potassium. Black pepper is A, B1, B2, B5, B6, C, E, and K. And garlic powder is B6, C, calcium, iron, and magnesium. Onion powder is B, C, calcium, iron, manganese, and potassium. And cayenne is B6, K, magnesium, potassium. Chicken stock is A, B12, C, D, E, K, and magnesium. Heavy cream is A, D, and calcium. And parsley is A, B, C, K, calcium, iron, and magnesium. Real facts. The average income for a person receiving government help for food is $813 per month. In fact, 56% of hungry households participate in programs like SNAP, which is aka food stamps, EBT, or WIC, which is a service they usually for children, for babies up to the age of 2. I think it's up to 5 now, but it's a service for children and pregnant mothers. You can learn more by visiting us at jdhcdc.org. Okay, so here in my skillet, I have just a tablespoon of butter and some olive oil that I spritz up, and I'm actually going to just saute my spinach. I know this looks like a lot of spinach, but trust me, this will be nothing once it cooks down. Same thing with mushrooms. They both have like a lot of water in them, so basically when they cook down, they come out to be not much. So then I'm gonna cut up our croissant bread as well as the sausage and make them into cubes. So here goes my spinach. And I'm going to put my mushrooms in here. And get my spices over here. First, we're going to start off with sauteing this up. Now, this is a dish that you can also make it vegetarian if you like, by not adding the sausage and bacon, and just have it with your mushroom. You know, because mushroom has that umami taste to it, and it kind of gives you like a meaty sensation. So you could just do your spinach and add maybe some other vegetables, and maybe possibly bell peppers, color ones to make it more colorful if you like. And just keep the tater tots and just omit the sausage and the bacon if you want to make it vegetarian. So I'm going to go here and add some of my Himalayan salt. Now, Himalayan salt is lower in sodium, so that's a good thing. So that's why I tend to use the Himalayan salt a lot on my show here. Okay, my black pepper. Okay, add a little bit of cayenne. Give a little spice up in here. Ian's not here, so he can't take the heat and spice, but you know, everything a little spicy makes everything a little nicer. So, but again, if you're not one that can take spicy, please omit it. Season this whatever you like. I'm just going to give you the basis here. So, while this is cooking up here, sauteing, I am going to move ahead and actually work on cutting my bread and my sausage. I'm going to do the bread first. So I'm just cutting my bread down into cubes. So I just made it straight down. Just line it up. I'm probably going to use probably 5 slices. I think it would have been better. Now, I did the last bread with 3, but it's better if you do it into 4 straight strips down, and then go across. You do it 4 across. Okay. Yeah, so the cubes are much more able to be controlled that way. And again, use any bread that's more convenient for you. I'm adding a little bit of onion and garlic powder at the same time. So that's my onion powder. I saw a little bit more of that come out. And my garlic powder, I'm just gonna mix this around. They both were about half a tablespoon. So as you notice, all that spinach we had, look what it has come down to. Absolutely nothing. It wilted all the way down, and there is not much here. And even the shrimp, those 2 containers. Now I'm gonna cut down our sausage the same way. Instead of 4 across, we're doing 5. Again, you can make some ground sausage you can cook up. You can cook up some frozen sausage that I picked up from the store, because sometimes it's all about convenience and time. You know, you can still make a wonderful dish, but you can get a little help. Even chefs need help. Especially if you're planning to do this for Thanksgiving brunch, when you have a whole day of cooking ahead of you. You definitely need some shortcuts, you know, keep the family full, happy. There's a little bit of something in there for everyone. You know, the meat lovers, the potato lovers, the fancy bougie croissant lovers, the cheese lovers, the egg lovers, the bacon lovers, like moi. So there's a little something in there for everyone. So I've already sprayed my dish cooking spray here. My mushroom seems to be done. Just gonna let it cook up for 2 more minutes while I work on starting my assembly here. Okay, so what I'm just doing here is that I'm taking some of the croissant bread that I had cut up, putting it here in my pan, and I'm just gonna top it with some sausage, of course. Just kind of fill in all the gaps, because this is going to get some liquid. I'm going to put this in the fridge because I don't have a lot of time, so I can't do it for overnight, because I have to host someone. So I am actually going to put it in for an hour so you guys can see it. And I am actually going to put my wonderful sausage all on it. And then we're gonna put some of that wonderful cheese that I have. Okay, my mushroom should be good. Then we're gonna add our veggies. We're gonna make our egg mixture. All right, so now it's time for our cheese. This is all done. So wonderful, we turn that off. And I am gonna go here for our cheese. Okay, so here I am putting our cheese. Now, get our veggies on here. Now, we want to add a little bit more cheese for our potato. We'll put our bacon last. And I know you're probably wondering, like, how are you going to do all this? Don't worry, we got it covered. And let me tell you something, guys. I am a breakfast lover. Love breakfast. Could eat it for dinner. Could eat it for what it's for, breakfast. With that said, this is such a filling meal that you could actually have this for dinner. Who says that you have to? I mean, the great thing about cooking is that you can reinvent things, right? So, yes, it's called a breakfast casserole, but like, who says that you can't have this for dinner? Who says that? No one. Now I am going to make our base of our egg mixture. Generally, you shouldn't really crack your eggs on the side of your dish because you can get shells in it. When I was in culinary school, they used to make us actually crack our eggs on a piece of parchment paper on the table. But sometimes people don't have parchment paper, right? So if you are going to crack your eggs on the side of your dish like this, try to get your fingers as far inside the egg as possible. This will help you eliminate shells. So that's a little tip for you. And there are no shells in my eggs. So you want, if you are going to use the side of the bowl, try to get your thumbs, one on the right, one on the left, as far in as possible where you're kind of holding back those shells that would fall back, that would fall in your bowl. So just a little tip for you guys. So here I'm going to add a little bit of garlic powder. So it's about 1 teaspoon. Here, a little bit of onion powder. Same thing. A little bit of cayenne again. So with my eggs, I want to add some evaporated milk. So this is a little can of evaporated milk. It's only 5 ounces, so that works just fine. Okay, so I've poured all of our liquid on here. And now I'm actually going to allow this to rest for an hour, or it would be overnight. This will submerge into the bread and everything that's on the bottom of here. And we will come back where I will then, at that point, put just, again, because cheese in this instance here is not just for the flavor, but it serves as, normally, it serves as your food glue. So this is our food glue. So I'm just going to cover this up and put this in our refrigerator. And then I will be back. I'll show it to you again. And we'll put a little bit of cheese so we can kind of get the bacon. And we're actually going to crack some sunny side eggs here on top of it. And then bake that, and then we're good to go. So, okay, I have some cream and some chicken stock in here that I actually mixed up. And this is just so everything remains flavorful and moistened. Put some egg on top of it as well. I think we have everything here now. And we'll come back and do the eggs together. So I just cracked some eggs, 6 eggs on top of this, so it can be sunny side eggs on the top. So I know we have some egg mixture in here too, but not only would it give it a beautiful look when it's done, you also have your own egg per se when you cut these into squares, because this should make about, being generous, 6 servings being generous, but you really can probably get 10 out of here, but just being generous, that everybody has like a big square, and maybe this is their only meal, or this is a meal for a couple good hours before they have something else. So I'm going to put this in the oven on 375 for 45 to 55 minutes. And I just put a little bit of Himalayan salt and black pepper on top of the egg yolks. Well, Chef and Fam, look at our breakfast casserole. Oh, look at all that bacon. If you're a bacon lover like me, I wish you had smell-o-vision. Because this bacon, even if you're not a bacon lover, you can't tell me that smell that permeates a room of bacon isn't just delish. Anyway, this is beautiful because it definitely has everything I like in here, and my peeps like this too. So let's dig in. Let's dig in and get this bacon and this eggs and these hash browns and this mushroom and spinach and the decadent croissant bread, and sausage all up in this goodness here. So let's dig in. All right. Woo, Lord, look at this goodness here. Woo, Lord. Look at here, look at here. Look at what we got. All that goodness. Ooh, we got that croissant on the bottom. You see them. Ooh, you see that sausage and the bacon, and you see that mushroom and the spinach in it. And ooh, that gooey cheese. That cheese up in here. Yes. That cheese. Oh, this is. Let me dig in here. Let me stop talking. Let me get to eating, and let you folks really know the truth. What's up in here? Okay. Oh my gosh. Woo! Let me tell you, this is a party up in your mouth. It's a treat. A real treat. Just a little shoulder rub here. Shoulder shake. Woo! That's some good stuff here. Woo! Wee! Look at that croissant. I got the bottom of the croissant right here. With that mushroom. Some bacon. Get some of my eggs. Let me tell you, you taste the cheese, you taste the sausage, you taste the croissant, you taste the hash brown. Of course, you taste the bacon because it's all over in here. Whoa. Hold up, wait a minute. Hold up, wait a minute. This is really good. Sunny side eggs. Okay. This is it. This is your dinner. This is your brunch. This is your lunch. This is your breakfast. This is whatever you want it to be, honey. You got the full My Plate diet up in here. Whoa. 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 There's some good stuff, people. Some real good stuff. So I gotta talk to you good folks. I can't sit up here and eat it all. Listen, here's our call to action. You gotta make this. That's the number one call to action. Like, seriously, you got a full meal right here. This covers all your My Plate diet. Full meal. Your breakfast, your lunch, your brunch, your dinner, however you want to call it. But here, this is bussin'. Fire, bussin'. Okay, so here's our call to action. Don't forget to click the like button by giving us a virtual hug. When you do that, that lets myself and my team know that you're enjoying the content that we're putting out for you. It encourages us to go back to the thinking lab to see what else can we make for you that you might be interested in trying or recreating or reinventing. I would say this: cooking is about passion, it's about love, it's about creativity. You could take something and just reinvent it and just make it your own, or just put your whole love into it, and your family will feel that this food really tastes super good because your heart was in it. That's the bottom line to cooking. And of course, there's technique here and there, but that's the ultimate thing. If you're new to this channel, welcome. We welcome you here with open arms and great big hugs. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel already, please subscribe and share this with your family and friends. They will appreciate it. And hit the bell notification if you want to know when we upload a new video. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I really do appreciate your time. Thank you for eating with me virtually while I ate physically, and you too can eat this virtually as well. You can eat this virtually and let me know by commenting below how it turned out for you, because we do answer our comment. I do have another call to action. If you're able to, hit our donate button, because in this season, families are going through a lot of things, and with our charity, we feed families going through food insecurity. So if you're able to, whatever you can, a cup of Starbucks, because most of you guys drink probably Starbucks. So if you want to donate your cup of Starbucks or something more, if you have it, click our donate button so we could help families throughout this season. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. Love you guys, and make this, you won't regret it. Bye.